And welcome to our vodcast
with rum.
I was going to say, not vodka today, but rum. I've already downed half of mine, so it's
easy to do. Once it starts getting squishy and melty, then it's,
oh my God.
Easy. It's
also,
easy.
We are coming to you today unsupervised. Harold is not here, and he left half of his daiquiri over there, so we might be splitting
Go
it.
ahead, do it. Do it, I won't say a word.
How's everybody doing? We hope everybody's okay.
It's been a week.
It's the day before the night before the election.
Oh my gosh. So I went to the store this morning and people were shopping like hurricane season.
Well, Candy said that she got the guns and she's got her groceries. But I'm just sending Ramon out.
You know what? It's very sad that we have to think that potentially either side would be...
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I mean...
But some people are crazy.
We're one country. We're one nation under God, indivisible. So I don't know.
Justice for all.
It is. But I don't understand because we have friends that don't think politically the way we think.
Yes. And family and the whole nine.
Yeah, I don't think that there isn't room for that kind of animosity.
It's just the extreme people.
Yeah,
and there's not many of them, so hopefully it'll all be okay.
It makes me sad.
It is sad.
It makes me sad.
The company we work for is actually closing the stores worldwide because we're not just in the U.S. now. At 5 o'clock tomorrow, so everyone can be like safe at home before shit goes down. Hopefully it doesn't go down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. For sure.
I mean, if this is any inclination of what could happen, it seems to me like several years ago when Gore was, I don't know what to say.
I don't even remember.
Well, he won, but then it was in court, and then he conceded, but it took 13 days. So does this mean that everybody's going to be on high alert for 13 days?
Well, I don't know, because with all the mail-in votes and the record number of early voting,
it's going to be a minute.
I'm not prepared, I'm sure.
Good luck, everyone, and
I'll
we
be
love
working
you.
on that
God bless
damn
you.
cardigan.
Yeah,
Through
we
it
love
all.
you, regardless of who you voted for, and if you didn't vote or anything like that. I just think that what's important is that we come together as the family that we're supposed to be, and kind of just try and see things from other people's perspective, and can't we all just get along in the immortal words of Rodney King? Because
the bottom line is everybody did not grow up in the other people's shoes and the other people's all the things. It's just we didn't, so we all have our different perspectives, and that's just that.
It's very funny. I know we've spoken before that Renee is adopted and was raised with an older white family, and her mom and dad raised her in a very southern conservative way,
racist.
And on the other end of the spectrum, my grandfather was a civil rights attorney, and so our roles are flipped.
Oh, totally. She's so much more sensitive to issues. Oh my God! Speaking of, I'm so glad that I forgot about this until now, because y'all can hear it too. It's not just cats. When me and Ryan were walking into work this morning, there's a guy in the trash can. Like, got the lid off of it. There's a trash can right outside of our store where we put all the food trash because it leads to gnats, like in the store and whatever. So, like, at first I didn't know what to do because people are doing all kinds of shenanigans all the time, like in the back hallways and stuff of the mall. Homeless people are there and everything.
There was that guy.
I'm like, is he planning a bomb? Like, I didn't know what was happening until I saw him pull my leftovers out of the trash and start eating it. The half of a taco that I had put in the trash, and it was all I could do to not cry. I was heartbroken. And he looked like he was between 20 and 25.
Oh.
He had pulled several, like, drinks out of the trash can and had them sitting. I guess he was going to go through them. So I was devastated. Dee was out there, Rye was out there, and I'm like, does anybody have cash? Nobody had any cash. So I ran in and set my stuff down, and I had gotten a dozen donuts for the staff today. So we gave him half the donuts, and I went and got him a 20 and gave it to him I'd never seen anything like that before, and I was devastated. And all I could think of was like, what if that was my boy? What if that was my child?
It wouldn't happen because you would take care of your child, and that's what I don't understand is are these kids that were unfortunate enough to be part of the system, and once they aged out, then suddenly they
They don't have anybody.
They have no one.
I don't know, but I was floored.
But kids that have parents will always have parents. I mean,
What do you think? I don't know. I don't know.
There's nothing you wouldn't do for your kids.
Absolutely.
So I think that we all need to sort of reflect on how good we have it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well,
yes.
I felt awful because it was my leftovers. It was literally the half of a taco that was left from yesterday.
Excuse me, Daiquiri.
And I was just like, I felt guilty, sad. Like, I don't know. It was all the things.
To be fair, they were terrific tacos.
And both of the guys were
This was
freaking
not
out.
Taco Bell.
No, it was good tacos. We're freaking out. Dee was like, "Are you okay?" Like, no. And I'm like, "I don't know." And Dee went over there with me because the ATM card, like my nails are too long, so he pushed it in and pulled it out and all that stuff, so I could give it to the little guy.
We're very fortunate in every aspect of our life. I mean,
Holy cow.
we're happy at home.
Yeah.
We're happy at work. We have great people
We're
in our
happy
life.
with each other.
We're happy with each other, which is home and work. But realistically, we don't want for anything.
No.
I mean, we're ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is getting to be a bummer. But I mean, like it really is unfortunate that you had to see that,
I know.
or that it
but
had to
that it
happen
was
to him.
good that I saw it because I've never seen it, and like I'm not one to hand out money at the cross sections or the red lights where the panhandlers stand or whatever.
Well, because you see them getting into their Mercedes and then
Well,
you get
yeah.
a little bitter.
and they're there all the time.
Unless they have a dog. If they have a dog, I give them
the
whatever
one guy
I
with a
have.
cat. We've got one guy with a cat, and I
He
swear
wears him like-
he drugs the cat because I've never seen a cat.
See, every time it's around his neck,
Yes.
though. It's crazy.
And he rides in a stroller. Like,
Oh,
what?
it's something.
Anyway,
But
that's totally awesome.
you know what? We're fortunate here in Asheville because we don't have a huge homeless population.
Right.
Like,
no,
I
not
mean,
like other cities.
I can remember in Miami seeing a woman one time that was wearing a paper bag.
Oh, God.
And that did it for me. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm never going downtown again. And, you know, the poverty in a big city is so much bigger than the poverty
Right.
in our little town.
Yeah.
And it's terrible either way.
It is terrible.
But
It is terrible. But on a lighter note.
on a lighter note, something happened to me yesterday that you were there.
Oh.
That has never happened to me before, and I have witnessed when you work retail America, you're kind of open for everything. You're sort of like everybody's best friend and bartender and
/ therapist.
They tell you everything, and mostly it's things you don't want to know.
Right.
However,
But you have to smile and nod.
yeah. So yesterday we had a lovely duo.
Yes.
They were, I guess, besties, and they both had recently gotten divorced and out of super toxic relationship, and they told me all about it 15 minutes after closing. And I said to the one that actually was paying for things, I said, what you did was incredible for your bestie. Because there's nothing that can make you feel as good as a matching bra and panties. And she bought her
Which is
2
true.
sets.
If you've never had matching bra and panties,
You're a
you
4-year-old in a Batman
do
suit.
that.
I promise.
should- yeah.
I don't care. And
Yeah.
it's not for anybody. It's for you.
Yeah.
And the truth is if you are wearing pretty things, even if you're washing your car, you feel like Kim Kardashian washing her car.
Yeah.
And so, if you have a bestie that just got out of a toxic relationship and you want to do her a favor, buy her something pretty, be it underwear or a new lipstick or some nice lashes, and it will make her feel like a new girl. And she thanked me
Yep.
for saying that. And then she said, she's not just my bestie, she's my, dramatic pause, double first cousin.
I know.
Double first cousin
Although
America.
maybe this is maybe everybody knows lots of double first cousins.
I
don't
do
know.
not think so.
Maybe we're under rocks. I don't know.
I think that this is a very southern thing.
So we were in 2 separate places when this happened, and I wanted to be like, what? So in a normal circumstance, like if someone had just said to Cass,
We're a big
she
no.
was ringing them up.
Yeah,
So if
big
someone
no.
had said to Cass, I just got this da 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 da, Me from over there would have been like, hey, what is that da-da-da? Or where did you get the da-da-da? But it was like 20 after closing.
I bit the shit out of the side of my face because I was so tempted to ask.
Because I knew it was going to go into a whole monologue, so I just didn't. So
I was afraid it was going to get into some territory I didn't want to know about. And I really did. I bit the side of my face to keep my big mouth shut. Thank God for the mask.
Oh my God.
Because I know mouth drop.
Yep. Well, and so then they started exiting, and the kids, as we call them, the associates, were letting them out because the doors were already shut and locked. And so I was making my way to the cash wrap so we could close the registers. And when I got up there, I looked and I was like,
No.
what is a double first cousin? Like, and Cass was like,
I cannot.
Like, what?
I'm sorry.
So we still don't know. I looked it up. What did it say? Hold on.
It said something that sounded very similar to sangre, which is blood, certainly in Spanish, but I bet you it's a Latin-based word.
Okay. It says double first cousins share the same consanguinity. Is that it?
I think it sounds like sangre. I'm going to go with it.
Look.
Consanguinity.
I don't know. As half siblings. What are half siblings?
One parent.
Half
shared parent. Same mom, different dad, or something like that.
Okay, like the boys and Gabriel, because David was their dad.
Dad, absolutely.
So they're half siblings.
With different mummies.
How can a cousin... We need paper. I need paper.
No, this is too much.
Okay.
We need someone to answer.
Okay, double first cousins share the same consanguinity as half siblings. Likewise, double half cousins share the same consanguinity as cousins, as they both have two common ancestors. If there are half siblings, hold on. If there are half siblings on one side and full siblings on the other, they would have three halves the consanguinity of ordinary first cousins.
So, the mom was kin and the dad was kin.
To who?
To whoever is the maybe so.
I need an example.
I don't know. I'm going to go with Ginger.
Wait, what are first cousins? First cousins
your
are...
mom's siblings' children.
Oh, okay. So if we were really sisters,
yes,
Chase and the boys would be first cousins.
First cousins, exactly.
Okay, so double first cousins would be...
Scary. I'm going to go with scary.
I don't understand. If you know, please tell us exactly. Like, I'm so confused. I looked online. The only thing I could find is what I just read you. And I'm too elementary to understand.
This is some absolute Southern term, I'm sure of it.
And okay, this just in. I was saying it all wrong. It's consanguinity. And Harold has come in to set us straight. He found out exactly what it means. So we're going to put you on the tripod now. Okay. Harold has found the exact definition of what double first cousins, and he's going to read us the definition so we will all know what it means. Hit it, Harold.
Double first cousins arise when two siblings reproduce with another set of siblings, and the resulting children are related to each other through both parents' families. Double first cousins share both sets of grandparents in common and have a double degree of consanguinity than ordinary first cousins.
They're definitely not ordinary first cousins. There you have it, America.
Oh,
siblings doing siblings.
This is some Appalachian stuff.
So is the siblings doing siblings worse than what I'm getting ready to tell you the story? You decide.
No, it's the exact same thing.
No, but they haven't heard it yet.
It's the same thing, but a child is created. And then another child.
Oh, yeah.
And then they become cousins.
You're welcome,
Cousins,
America.
Sister cousins. Cousin, brother, cousin.
My own grandpa. And then, what that brought up was a story that I was telling Cass about. My first wedding.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And I don't even know if Crystal's watching this, my daughter. I don't know that I even told her because she wasn't even thought of at this time. And this was almost 30 years ago. me and Mark were at, so this was the florist that was doing our flowers for the wedding, and it was past the initial, she had made samples of the bridesmaid's bouquet and my bouquet, and we were going to approve it. And her husband, maybe, this is what we thought from the initial setting, were there. And I don't even remember how this happened, but like Cass says, like people just throw up information on you and you're like, ooh, I wasn't ready. So she was saying that, you know, this isn't her first husband, spouse, partner, whatever, that her first husband had died and they had several children. I don't remember how many were boys, how many were girls. And I don't remember if the son she was talking about was the oldest, youngest, or whatever. But she was saying that the husband's funeral, that this son came up to her and was consoling her and was like, Mom, I love you. And she was like, I love you too, son. And he was like, no, I really, really love you. And it's whatever you're thinking, that's what it means. And so now they were together, and I don't know if they were married, but they were running the business together as one. So that was my weirdo story. But
I'm speechless. North
we were
Carolina.
all, it was my mom,
this is normal.
and Mark and me, and we were all just like,
But you wish you had a mask then, didn't you?
I didn't know what to do. Oh my God. I was like, ew.
Double first cousins. Well, you know, Ginger Snap.
I came out of your uterus, and now I'm diving back in.
Hello. Well, welcome home. Ginger Snap is from North Carolina as well. Mm-hmm. And she is the aunt to Moose. So she is his aunt sister.
Oh, like my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own sister's aunt. Or I'm my own brother's aunt.
She's my own brother's aunt.
You got incestual relationships in here.
Well, they don't do anything fun.
Jesus, America. You think you know someone.
It's North Carolina.
But no.
It's North Carolina.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway, we got a lot to cover. Because we're going to... Renee's going to talk us through blocking.
Oh,
which is
I want to
important
address two things while we're even doing this. We had two things pop up from the bout of the Halloween things as they're arriving to people. One lady did not know that you needed to swift and cake the yarn. She thought you could crochet from the hank. Do not do this. You cannot do. There is no way. The only way you could do this is if you had someone hold it like this. Like all it's going to do is just pull up once or twice and then it's going to be a knot. You'll either need someone to hold it like this while you crochet or put it on their knees or you put it on your own knees, but that's still going to be a pain. So because of this, we're going to implement the service of caking the yarn. It didn't even dawn on us that someone ordering handmade yarn maybe had never ordered it and didn't know how to process it. So we will be offering that. And there's lots of videos on YouTube about it if you don't know how to do it. And then another thing was a lady was making the Halloween cow and she was missing not quite 2 inches. Like she needed some more yarn to make it 14 inches tall and it was 12 and some change. And she didn't want to wear it without the 2 inches. You can totally block it 2 inches and more. So I'm going to show you that because there's no reason you shouldn't wear anything because of a mere 2 inches. Like that's so easy. So we're going to show you that.
I think what people, especially new knitters, and I'm just now learning to crochet, and
both your birthday presents got delivered today.
Yay! And I think what's important to know is everyone's tension is different. And so you're going to get... Which is
why you swatch.
Yeah, so you get a different result. So even if you're using the right needles or hook, as the pattern calls for, a lot of it has to do with your tension.
Which is why you swatch. Because you might need to go up a hook or go down a hook or yada yada. Also, the yarn that dyers get from the manufacturers has an approximate yardage. That's why it says approximately.
It's by weight.
300 yards.
It's by weight.
They're
and
all
so when
100
it's
grams.
spun, it has to do with how consistent the thread is, which our what we use is super consistent.
Yeah.
So, maybe there was something to do with a knot or
which is neither here nor there. All of this is
something.
fixable stuff.
For
like
sure.
you don't have to go through all the changes.
Absolutely.
You can wear whatever, but we'll talk about all that. Okay. Well, first of all, I have a finished object. Happy Halloween. I did. If you follow me on Soch, you've already seen these. I was the other mother from Coraline.
Was fabulous.
And the button eyes that I glued onto the clear glasses.
Of course, we'll drop on a picture of you and other mother.
Yes. From Crochetverse on Instagram. It's a free pattern. They took me a whole 15 minutes. They're super easy. And the little detail, it's just a great pattern. It was fun. Lots of fun to do.
And she actually walked in them.
I did. You can see, so you're supposed to do them with a hot glue gun around the edge, which would have left the center clear. But I used tacky glue, which slid all over the place until I put hooks on it. So the entire front of the glasses are covered in glue. So it's kind of a murky.
Yeah, it was a little more realistic, I guess.
Perhaps. I'm out of juice. Will Harold kill me?
No, he won't even know.
I'm going to get the juice.
Get the juice.
Moose is asleep beside
me. He'll move. I'll entertain the troops.
Well, why don't you start talking about the yarn?
Well, I mean,
here, start talking about this one.
Okay. So
this is my new favorite thing ever.
Yeah. So
Okay.
It works every time. So I follow a fantastic yarny in the UK, and he's the Yarn Whisperer, and he was doing these incredible designs with a marled yarn, which is black and white.
Or gray and white, or whatever.
Or gray and white, or whatever it is. And then our distributor got it, and I was like, yes, I will be trying that. And so this, honestly, this was sort of like a swatch test, because I just didn't know what color would respond best. Because I assumed that the brighter the color, the more of the tones that you would get, and the more of the contrast. But I have to say, I love the darker, deeper colors.
I love it all.
It's beautiful.
I was like, that was mine.
I'm not hating it, and it twists up really cute.
It's beautiful.
So I definitely,
I love it.
And it's our exact same Italian 100% superwash merino, and it's so squishy.
So squishy and so beautiful.
Squishy.
I love it.
Now it only comes in a sport weight, but sport weight you can use for so many things.
Middle of the road,
Yeah. So and then of course, if you're new to crocheting or knitting, I guess there are scales online that will tell you, like, for example, if you have 2 socks, that becomes a DK. So, I mean, there are different things that you can do to achieve the exact look that you're trying to get. And if you fall in love with a yarn like this, that only comes in one weight, then you can do it. Now, I did find a Australian vendor that has it in a DK weight. It's a yarn that I don't know. And so...
Hold on a second. Did you talk to Pinky, Lisa Fortney, yesterday?
No.
She said someone was holding a striped dress, and I didn't know what she was talking about.
No. She's on call.
She said she was looking for the
24/7.
short redhead.
I never said anything about a dress. I said everything was half off. Go and shop.
She said it was a vertical striped dress.
Do not know. I'm sorry. So, there's this one, and that's dry, and she's taken it and claimed it as her own, and that's fine. The other one, she just pulled off my drying rack, and I don't usually show anything that's wet because the colors change so different. They're vibrant, but I think that once they dry, they may be a little, I don't know, floofier. Like the yarn puffs out. This is just an interpretation of a Christmas. I mean, it's red to hot pink to a candy pink, and then green. I mean, not every Christmas is red, green, and white.
Mine isn't. Well, not traditional red, green, and white.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Mine's like red turquoise and...
And I did one for Hanukkah.
Ooh, that's so killer. We're having a small work crisis. It's fine. How pretty is this?
I like the gold a lot.
And oh my god, wet wool. I love it. I love it.
Well,
It's
we
so
got 'em
beautiful. Yeah, these are still wet.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then just one that's a bunch of
sorry.
colors.
Sorry, guys.
Some more reds and pinks and greens and holiday greens. And I don't think it has to be holiday, but I mean, if you want to get technical, that's pretty holiday.
No, I mean, it's Italian. Hey, asafata.
Asafata. All right, so let's see. We've been through Hillbilly Love, Wet Yarn,
Coraline.
Crisis at Work.
Yes.
What else you got?
We have some high maintenance customers
Well,
that we
we
love.
love everybody. Love to everybody.
Mhm.
Do you know, I have a couple things for us to try.
Oh, do you?
And then
So
you
weird.
can take us through the
Okay.
blocking and everything else that you got going there. But I mean, I found a couple things that I think you're going to be pretty happy about because it's on your realm
It's on my
of happiness.
spectrum.
Yes.
I'm on the Christmas spectrum.
So when I saw this on the IGs,
Mm-hmm.
I instantly went to
new
Amazon to
lashes?
try and get it. Not that new.
Yep.
So I couldn't find it on Amazon, and
Mhm.
today I found it at the Publix.
Of course. She finds everything at
Hershey's
Ooh,
Kisses.
peppermint barky.
No.
What is-
Sugar cookie.
Oh.
Sugar cookie.
Wow.
Now, I can't imagine that it would be bad, but just to
Oh,
make
no.
it extra better, there are cookie pieces in
Shut up.
in the kiss. Rawr, rawr,
Oh.
rawr. I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
Asafata.
Asafata. Let's make our asa more fata.
Whoo!
Oh my god, it
They-
smells like cookie batter.
Like legit cookie. Alrighty. Do 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 do. Banana. Do 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 do. Oh, these are so pretty. I don't know if you could see, but there's red and green little cookie pieces.
It tastes just like a sugar cookie. It's amazing.
Thank you, fine
It's
people
like
at
a
Hershey's.
frosted sugar cookie.
Oh my god.
Delicious.
I'm glad I got
Absolutely.
2 bags.
Yep.
You can have
Oh,
those.
sweet.
Then, well, I'm gonna hide one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I might be a little bit troubled by this.
Oh. Okay.
We can't. I feel if we're being totally
Well, at least there won't be
non-partial,
gristle.
if we're being impartial, we need to try all the things. Pringles has come out with a new rotisserie chicken chip.
This could be really good or really
I'm
bad.
so afraid to even
As
smell
long as it
this.
doesn't have that chicken skin.
Afraid to even look inside. No. I can't do it. It smells like a chicken.
It smells like a dog food. You have to.
Oh.
Oh. About the fifth bite in, you get the juice.
This is not my favorite thing I've ever
look,
had.
Look, Ramona will eat it. Oh no, it's all in there now. Oh, Jax will eat them.
Oh, good.
There we go. He'll think it's chicken time.
He's gonna be like,
Oh,
you can't fool
it's all
me."
stuck in my teeth.
Oh.
Cass.
Blah. Okay. This you'll like.
It's all stuck in my teeth.
Here you go. Back to Christmas.
Watch out. Ooh, so sweet. Yay.
Boom chicka pop. In.
Salvation.
That brought you back.
Salvation.
I've saved the day, America. Boom chicka pop in peppermint bark.
Oh, I got a big cluster. Mmm. Ooh, no, damn it. Damn it. It's like a popcorn ball, but instead of using corn syrup, they use peppermint bark.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
I'm trying to influence her babies to eat shit off the floor, but they're too bougie.
It's the floor.
They're just too bougie.
They are.
Okay, this is great.
We're going back to this.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Do you have a favorite thing?
Well, it hasn't been. So this week we're recording. It's only been a week since last week. And she didn't give me enough time to do all the things.
It's been a busy week.
Totally busy.
It's been a busy week.
At work and like just all the things.
Okay.
I got new nails though.
Woo, yeah. Not me.
Okay. Did you show your other nails? Yeah, you did. I remember we put the picture up there.
Okay. So tell us, if we're new, what is the purpose of blocking?
Blocking is to make your hand knits, everything come together. Let me say this. If you're used to working with acrylics or washable yarns, then once you finish, it looks a certain way, but once you wash it and dry it, it looks a great way. Like the stitches just kind of all even out, settle in. And with wool, you can't do that because it'll all felt in.
And then you have a sweater this big.
Yes. And with the acrylic stuff, when it comes out of the washing machine, you could pin it, you could block it. So what you're doing is shaping the garment and letting it dry, pinned, or however you shape it, so then it stays in that shape. I don't know why anyone would ever do blankets, because that, I don't know what the reason would be, unless you've done like real intricate lace work or something and you want it to.
Now you can also do it with cotton. If you had a shirt that was a little small in an area, you could do it with the steam and the iron by giving a little tug, a little iron, a little tug.
Well,
a little
and that's
iron.
how most people block. And most of my stuff, that's what I do. I get Ramon's steamer just to freshen it and get everything settled. What I'm going to show you today is if you've finished a sweater and it's maybe too tight in the arms. Like maybe it was a bottom up and you didn't get to try it on as you went. Just a smidge. Now if you can't get your arm in it, then you're obviously going to have to rip it back and redo it. But if it's a little tight in the arms, or if it's a little shorter than what you thought, or if the neck hole's not quite big enough, or like the granny square sweater that I did, before it was blocked, you couldn't really tell it was a granny square. All the little stitches were just there. It was kind of like a blob square. But once I opened it up with the blocking, then you could see the intricate pattern and it's beautiful. So that's what I'm showing you today.
Yay!
But if your garment fits exactly the way you want it to, I wouldn't block it because it's going to fit different after you block it. I would just steam block it. What we're doing today is called a wet block. And we're actually trying out 4 different things. We're trying dish soap. I was going to say regular dish soap, but this one over here doesn't have regular anything. So we'll be using a bougie dish soap.
It's not really bougie. It's from World Market. And I really
bougie.
I really think that World Market is a fun place to be.
Like, I use generic Dawn, so there we go. Store brand Dawn, whatever. And then we've got a wool soap that we'll show you from 5 Little Monkeys. And then we've got a wool wash that we got from Friends and Fiberworks. And then we have Woolite, which everybody has access to. So we got all the things.
Now, the wash from 5 Little Monkeys is different than anything I've seen before.
Okay.
So you can use it as a body wash.
Oh, that's right. She did say that.
Like it's something that's so gentle that it's even good for you. And I think that's incredible.
I think Dawn, so I think I've decided.
Dawn makes sense. That's how they take oil off of.
Dawn if you've never used it, like
Ducks.
you're getting ring around the collar, all the things, anything that has to do with oil, you can take it. Which is why when there's oil spills, that's what they wash all the little animals in.
Oh, little critter.
The pelicans and the.
Oh, little critter.
Yeah.
But there is something there is this very distinct smell of
wool,
wet wool
that I love.
She loves it, but most people are meh with it.
It's half and half. And the wool wash takes that out. The Woolite does not, though, because that's usually what you wash.
Yes.
So the Woolite leaves the wool smell in. The the wash that we're using from Five Little Monkeys is pineapple, and the one from Friends and Fiberworks is grapefruit.
Grapefruit. I
Yeah.
love grapefruit.
And then her bougie ass dish soap is pineapple orange something. I don't know. It's orange smoothie casserone. That's what it is.
Okay, so are you moving and I just slide
Well,
camera?
I'm gonna pause. So we're gonna pause the phone and move you over to the work area.
Do.
Oh, and I'll also say, so the skein. So what I did was crocheted 4 granny squares for us to do the 4 comparisons, and I've used a skein of yarn that I got from Christy Glass. She sells her, like if she buys the sweaters quantity, and then she only uses 3, and she has a 4th skein left. She auctions her yarn on eBay. See? It's really pretty, twisted yarn. It's sport weight. It's not really my colors. I was just buying all the things. So I thought what we could do is give away the yarn because I only used a little bit of it. And we've got some samples of the wash. So if you're interested in this, you can let me know in the comments. And if there's more than one person, then we'll pick a random generator to pick who gets it. So
It's
please
beautiful.
hold. It is
Oh,
pretty.
please.
It's just not. It's not my colors. Okay, please hold. Okay. So here's what we have. We've got 4 things of water, and it's funny. The Woolite. Oh, it's because for a washing machine. The Woolite is not sudsy, but all 3 of the other ones. So in the Woolite, we've got this pretty little granny square, and we're just gonna submerge. Here, Cass, you can submerge these too. So you submerge it in the water and make sure that it gets all wet. Oh, and something else I didn't say. The tails to whatever you're working. Some people weave in the ends before they block. I do not. Block first, then I weave in my ends, just in case stuff moves around. Because if you weave in your ends and then cut it, and then block it, what if it's too short, or what if it comes out, or whatever?
Did we need some clear water to drain?
No. All of this, I mean, the dish soap isn't rinsed. These are, you don't have to rinse.
How do you like that?
I don't know about the Woolite, but it doesn't sud, so I think we're good. Okay. You don't ever want to wring whatever it is, because it's going to twist everything all out of shape. And you saw what the granny squares looked like before. So now what we're going to do is put them in a hand towel. And these are so small we can do them all together. Whereas if you had a sweater, you would just want to do one sweater per towel, I would assume, unless you're hardcore. Which that would be really hardcore.
This definitely needs to be wrung out. Ideally. That one, it's got a little soap in it.
So if you're using dish soap, you should probably rinse. Okay, and then I'm just rolling them up in the towel. And squeeze. I love that you're so much shorter than me. You can read the entire graphic on your shirt and you can't even see mine. This is how little Cass is. Harold's back. We're no longer unsupervised.
Party's over, everybody.
And his drink's gone now, thanks.
He
Now
drank it.
I'm in trouble.
He drank it.
It's all her fault.
Oh, he drank it before he left.
Totally. So spooky. It's got a flashlight. Ooh. Okay, we've squeezed and squeezed. And now, I should have put the blue thing in the middle. Let's move these over. Put those on the black table. The yoga mat.
Oh,
Actually. And I took pictures of everything in front of their wash so we could remember what was washed with what.
I was like, what is that?
The bee. You got a bee in your bonnet?
What is this fun thing?
Okay, so I've got a yoga mat. This is what I use because my sweaters are extremely large when I'm finished. But you could totally, they sell blockers or blocking mats that actually have the grid, inch grid. So if you need to block it out to a certain measurement, you can do that. Or if you have kids that have the little, those floor block thing, I don't know what you call them. Or if you live somewhere where you have a garage that has that floor in the garage, you could just block straight on your floor. Okay, so now we have the wrung out little squares. And I should have measured them before. Okay, so see how wonky? I should have measured and so we could show you what they block out to. And you can do this with just regular pins or blockers. I'll show you both. And you'll just, I start at opposite corners. So I pin one corner and then the other corner.
The hearts are very cute.
Aren't they cute? I got them at Joann's. The store with more. Joann's. We have the best staff.
201
They're so awesome.
Tunnel Road.
Is that the address?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Well, we're 300, so.
You know math isn't my strong suit.
This looks very operational.
Okay, so you can see right away how the pattern comes through. So if this was the center of a sweater, it would be like this, unless you block it.
Can I tilt
Yeah.
your yoga mat?
Oh, well, hold on. So because I had a looser gauge right here, I don't know if y'all can tell.
Or maybe we have a camera person now. He can
oh, that's
tilt.
right.
Cameraman.
You can tilt the tripod
Hey, cameraman.
to look at from above.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just pick it straight up. Pick the tripod straight up.
And lean. Lean back.
Ribbit, rock with it.
Lean back.
Sweet. Okay, so you can see how my gauge was a little loose here. So what I'm going to do is let that in just a smidge to make it even with the other side, so it will do more even. But you can see how the pattern really comes through as opposed to this. And
Ooh.
what, a half an inch all the way around, maybe larger?
At least, yeah.
And then these little things, which are called knit blockers. So if you have a
Ooh.
sweater, these are essential. So I would do one side. So you don't have to do a million little pins. Ideally. I will say though, if you're gonna use just the knit blockers, you'll probably need a couple sets if you got a full like adult size sweater. See?
Oh, that's fun.
Do you want to? Not just. And you know, you don't have to do any.
I love the
crazy.
yoga mat. That's brilliant.
Because if you buy the boards, but then you don't have the grid. I mean, if you're blocking to specific measurements, like they'll tell you the finished garment is supposed to be blah 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 blah. Oh, sorry.
I love it.
Okay, so it turns your clumpy work into a beautiful thing.
If you had wings.
As you can see.
They're actually granny squares.
And so you can see, like I've gotten like 1.5 inches, 3/4 of an inch all the way around. So if your sleeve on your sweater was fitting a little tight, when you laid it out, you would just take pins and like pull the sleeve and then pin it. And that's going to give you the extra room you need once it's dry.
And you just leave it to dry.
Yes. You do not put heat on it because then again, you will
You're gonna
get into
felt
the
it.
felting situation. So you just let it air dry. But it will look exactly like this when it air dries. And it'll be fantastic.
Wool is akin to my hair in Miami. If you give it too much of an extreme, it's going to poof.
Yeah.
And if you go in the other direction, it's going to shrivel up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, keeping in mind that this is an actual hair of a critter.
The little critter.
A little girl. And so realistically,
Keep going.
oh,
Cass is so short. Keep going, Harold. I can't believe I'm that much taller than you. Okay.
so well, now this is an awful angle. I'm not happy with this angle at all.
She's fine. My fupa's been in frame the whole time.
My
But you're
fupa
so
is low.
short. I know you're under
My
the table.
fupa is low.
Love my fupa, America. Love your fupa too. I hope someone asks what a fupa is.
Please don't ask what a fupa is.
I'm not offering the information, but if someone asks, I will gladly give it. Well, that's all of that.
Do we? Oh wait, do we
What?
have? Do we have a word for today? Are we going back over here? Do we have a word for the day?
Maliocha.
You did great.
What was it?
Macchiata.
Macchiata.
Which we had. You know the kids.
I'm supposed to have 2 weeks to perfect it, so you shorted me some days.
I'm sorry. Well then, I'll ignore another one.
I remember
Can that camera
muñeca though.
come up a little bit.
Muñeca. It's because you're not sitting down.
I need to sit down.
No, you don't. It's fine.
So,
we're closing because we've
we're
already hit
closing.
our 45-minute mark.
It is a word that I used a lot during Halloween.
Okay.
Because we had the kids all trick-or-treating, which is incredible. My kid is 7 and he's never been trick-or-treating because we always do something. We always go to the Halloween
Like
hoopla.
they go to an event.
We go to an
the
event.
bouncy houses and all that.
I'm so grateful this year because we live in a great area.
They really do.
How come we didn't ever do this? And my neighbors were so generous and so great, and this was fantastic. And we had Lindsay and the kids, and her little one.
We'll put pictures of the costumes.
She's the cutest thing you ever saw in your life, but she is naughty with the capital N. Like she's
bigger than her brother, so she can like beat you down.
Oh no, she's teeny tiny, but she doesn't
she's
care.
broad, though. She looks like a linebacker.
She'll get you.
She'll
But-
dog you down. I think she's almost bigger than Lindsay or Josh. She could take the whole family.
She's
out.
EB. She's teeny tiny, but boy, she can manipulate you because I told her, give me 2 minutes, and she did this, and that was so sad.
Oh.
That was so sad. Anyway, so I give you 2 weeks, and we'll then do another word, or you want a word?
What was it again? Macchiata?
Macchiata.
Macchiata.
Spoiled.
I'll never be able to
Spoiled.
Macchiata. Okay, yeah.
We'll wait. We'll do it in 2 weeks.
No, you can give me a word, but I don't have macchiata.
I don't really think. Well, then we'll wait.
Okay, we'll wait till next week.
Yep.
Done.
Bye bye, everybody.
Adios!
Adios.
Who took my drink?
What?
Motherfucker.